Democratic Republic of Congo is still suffering from years of armed conflicts and civil war that began with the 1994 genocide in neighboring Rwanda. Today, sexual violence and rape against women and children is still common. United Nations officials have called the Democratic Republic of Congo the rape capital of the world and condemned the atmosphere of impunity that allows soldiers and civilians to rape women and children without fear of arrest. Several soldiers were convicted of rape in Congo in 2011, including a prominent colonel, offering a glimmer of hope for victims. But Congolese doctors say rape is still a weapon of war in eastern Congo that is often unreported and hardly ever prosecuted. Last summer, a soldier living in her house told a young girl named Amina to make him a fire before he raped her. She is now 13 and her baby is due in May. Amina says the rapist told her not to tell anyone and threatened to shoot her. She says she kept silent until her parents noticed she was pregnant. She is too young to have a baby, and she says people are laughing at her. The man who raped her, she says, was arrested, tried, and will be sentenced to jail. But others say they doubt that will ever happen. They think a rapist will probably go free because rape is frequently a random act of violence committed by soldiers and civilians who feel they have nothing to fear from the law. Fewer than 10% of rape cases in the Congo that go to court end up with a conviction, and the vast majority are never even reported. Aid organizations usually have the capacity to provide emergency care to women who come forward, but they have no way to stop the rapes. Some villages in the region are attacked by militias over and over again. Women, children, and even sometimes men are raped and homes are looted. Mass rapes, like the attack on the village of Fizi in January 2011, where at least 62 women were raped, are still commonplace in eastern Congo, despite the recent conviction of 12 soldiers. An army colonel was sentenced to 20 years in prison for the Fizi attack. Last month, 11 other soldiers were found guilty of rape, pillaging, destroying schools, and kidnapping in a landmark case hailed by the UN as a move towards justice. But convictions of rapists remain very rare, even if they offer some hope for a solution to what seems to be an insurmountable problem.
An army general was arrested and sent to the central prison of Makala for alleged rape of an underage girl, which is sexual violence. With that army general, there were some senior officers. There are 4, 5, 6 of them, and other trials are going on at the military court, which has pronounced several sanctions on sexual violence.
Congolese women call on the international community for an end to violence against women and girls. Rose Mutombo, president of CAFCO.
So long as the international community is not sternly sensitized so that the war which is rife in DRC stops, there will always be very high rates of sexual violence and mother and child mortality, because the infrastructure will always be destroyed in such a way that no good results can be expected. The international community has to be sensitized, mobilized, so that peace may be restored in DRC.
UNICEF helped some 16,000 rape victims in Congo in 2010, including men, women, girls, and boys. But they add that in Congo, rape is part of the conflict, and although the war technically ended in 2003, the fighting never really stopped.